Welcome, champions. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that is absolutely crucial for your maths exams: positive and negative integers, or as they're sometimes called, directed numbers. Let's get you fully prepped to crush those questions. So, why are we laser focused on this? Simple. Questions on integers pop up every single year in WAEC, JAMB, and NECO. I'm talking everything from basic sums to tricky word problems. If you can nail this topic today, you are literally banking guaranteed marks for yourself. Alright, let's build your toolkit. In this first part, we are going to speed through the essential rules you need to solve any integer problem they can possibly throw at you. So, pay close attention because this is the foundation for everything else we are going to do. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the number line. It might seem basic, but it's such a powerful visual. Just remember this. To the left of 0, it's all negative. To the right of 0 is all positive. This is your mental map for integers. Next up, let's talk about absolute value. When you see those two vertical bars around the number, it's not complicated. It's just asking one simple question. How far is this number from 0? And since distance can't be negative, the answer is always going to be positive, or 0. So, the absolute value of -7 is just 7. Easy, right? Okay, let's get into the operations. For adding or subtracting, you only need to know 2 rules. That's it. First, if the signs are the same, you just add the numbers up and keep that sign. But if the signs are different, you find the difference, just subtract the smaller number from the bigger one, and then you take the sign of the bigger number. The key is always check the signs first. And here is a massive pro tip, one that catches so many students every single year. When you see 2 negative signs right next to each other, like when you're subtracting a negative number, they combine to become a positive. Just think minus a minus is a plus. So, -7 minus -4 is exactly the same as -7 plus 4. Nailing this rule is a total game changer. You know, multiplication and division are actually even easier. The rule is super simple. If the signs are the same, so 2 positives or 2 negatives, your answer will always be positive. If the signs are different, one of each, your answer will always be negative. That's really all there is to it. Let's see how this works in actual exam questions. Alright, theory's over. Now for the most important part, applying these rules to real past questions. This is where the magic happens, where you see exactly how the examiners think and how you can beat them at their own game. Let's kick things off with a classic from WAEC 2021. We've got to evaluate this expression here with the mix of positives, negatives, and brackets. Don't let it intimidate you. We are just going to break it down step by step. Okay, take a look at how we solve this. First things first, we deal with those double signs. See the -5? That becomes +5. That's our pro tip in action. Now, here's a smart move. Group your positives and negatives together. So we've got 8 plus 5, which gives us 13. Then we have -12 minus 3, which is -15. The final step, 13 minus 15, leaves us with -2. A perfect example of our subtraction rule. Let's move on to a JAMB word problem from 2023. They absolutely love using real-world stuff, like temperature. The key here is to translate the words into maths. The word dropped tells you we are finding the difference, so it's got to be subtraction. So, to find the total drop, we subtract the final temperature from the starting temperature. That's 7 minus -8. And there it is again, that minus a negative rule. It just becomes 7 plus 8, which gives us a 15-degree drop. See how important that one little rule is? It comes up all the time. Let's try one from NECO now. This time, it's about depth. The phrase below sea level is a massive clue. It's a signal that we have to use a negative number. So, the diver starts at negative 25 meters. Okay, so the diver is at negative 25. He swims up 18 meters, which means we are adding 18. Now we have different signs. So what's the rule? We subtract the smaller number from the larger one. 25 minus 18 is 7. And since the larger number, 25, was negative, our answer is negative 7. So, his new depth is 7 meters below sea level. Perfect. We've gone through the rules, we've applied them to real questions. Now let's lock in the most important strategies you need to carry with you into the exam hall. This is the summary that's going to save you those precious marks. Here it is, the core rules, all on one slide. For adding, same sign, add and keep the sign. Different signs, subtract and take the sign of the larger number. For subtracting, a negative becomes a positive. For multiplying or dividing, same signs give you a positive answer. Different signs give you a negative one. And finally, absolute value is always 0 or more. I mean it. Burn this slide into your memory. Now, for some tips straight from the examiner's playbook. In WAEC problems, words like loss, below, or debt always mean negative. Always. And I mean always. Double-check the sign of your final answer. It is the easiest mistake to make under pressure. Be super careful when you distribute negatives into brackets. And you know what? If you ever feel stuck, just sketch a quick number line in your rough work. It can really help you see the problem clearly. And that is pretty much it. You now have the complete toolkit to master positive and negative integers. The only thing left now is practice. Go over these examples again. Find some more past questions and just apply these rules. You can and you absolutely will score full marks on this topic. Hit that like button and share it with your classmates who are also getting ready for their exams. And make sure you subscribe. That's it for today. Great job following along. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more easy-to-understand lessons. And hey, want to practice more questions and get step-by-step solutions? Visit www.examkeep.com right now and keep learning smarter.